Some of the ruling class have learned of the fate of humanity and the return of the NHI in 2027. They were terrified of being taken along with the poor, bleep Americans, as they themselves had BMI levels above 25. Luckily for them, in 1947, a non-human intelligence, or NHI, made first contact in Roswell, New Mexico. It wasn't a planned event, but an technology interfering with their systems. A non-human pilot was captured and interrogated telepathically. It revealed to the government agents the terrifying truth that these beings planned to swarm the Earth and capture all of humanity. Confused, the agents asked what the NHI could possibly want with a race of humans whose intelligence and technological capabilities pale in comparison to their own. To the horror of all involved in the interrogation, the NHI pilot responded telepathically to everyone in the room with one word: good. Obviously, humans could not allow another race to come down from the skies, capture them, and use them as a food source. But after the losses of World War II, that fight would be even harder to win. To avoid this devastating conflict, the United States government begged the NHI for some time to prepare an offering instead. The NHI were hesitant, but agreed with a few conditions. First, they would still be permitted to covertly abduct a certain number of humans each year from remote locations such as the U.S. national parks. Second, the NHI would return in 80 Earth years, whether the humans had finished preparing their offering or not. In this time, the government decided they could appease the NHI with an offering of a large percentage of humanity instead of all of them. It was during this proposal that the United States switched from cane sugar to corn syrup and started pumping it into everything that the working class consumed. The Food and Drug Administration worked in conjunction with this plan to fatten up the poorest citizens the same way farmers do with livestock. The goal was to have enough overweight humans by the time the NHI returned that they would not need to take everyone, but instead only those with a body mass index BMI above 25. Unfortunately, this plan worked a little too well, and the corn syrup found its way into most products, not just those intended for poor Americans. Even our wealthy elites have found themselves sporting excess weight to their country clubs and cabinet meetings, as more and more whistleblowers began coming forward over the past few years and testifying to Congress. Some of the ruling class have learned of the fate of humanity and the return of the NHI in 2027. They were terrified of being taken along with the poor, bleep Americans, as they themselves have BMI levels above 25. Luckily for them, Big Pharma has also been looped into the situation and been given a government contract to find a remedy for the many congressmen, government officials, military leaders, business executives, Hollywood elites, and more. Is now halfway through 2026 and you see celebrities, politicians, football coaches, and more losing weight. Do you ever find yourself wondering, is it Ozbek? Instead, maybe you should be asking, why are they making it so difficult to get on GLP-1s? Why do most insurances not cover them? And yet, how come every rich person can seem to get a prescription for it? Why can't I? The answer is simple. You are not considered worthy of making it past the NHI sacrifice of 2027. You don't belong with the network of oligarchs and wealthy elites who will survive. Next contact. So here are the real questions to ask yourself now. Can you lose enough weight before they arrive without Ozbek? Is it too late? Or have they already arrived as drones in New Jersey? Only time will tell.